Right now at 10, the latest on the search for 3 inmates who escaped the Ottawa County Jail. Plus, authorities arrest a suspect after an afternoon shooting in Ottawa County. And a Pittsburgh child care expert speaks on expanding problems in Southeast Kansas.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Authorities in Ottawa County, Oklahoma are searching for 3 inmates who escaped from the county jail. This is the KOAM News at 10. I'm Jalen Banks. According to authorities with the Ottawa County Jail, after further investigation, they found 4 inmates were inside one of the dorm-style pods, and there were contractors working in the rec yard of that pod. They say a door was opened for the contractors and the inmates ran out of the door. One inmate was caught shortly after. His name was Rusty Reese. 3 still remain at large. Those inmates are Daniel Zajacek, Tyler Tavis, and Buck Martindale. Authorities say all 3 should be considered armed and dangerous. If you have any information about their location, you are asked to call 911. In a separate incident, authorities in Ottawa County arrested 1 person following a shooting this afternoon. Officers were called to a location at County Roads 680 and 475 to assist Ottawa County deputies. Authorities say the suspect is an 84-year-old man. 2 victims were injured. 1 victim was his son, who was shot twice. The other victim was his wife, who was shot in the arm. Both are in the hospital and in stable condition. Authorities say it is not related to the escaped inmates. A Southwest Missouri man is dead following a crash in Neosho. Authorities say just past 7 this morning, they responded to a crash at HH and US 60. They say a tractor trailer was traveling east where it T-boned a pickup truck going into the intersection. They pronounced 77-year-old Everett Harrison of Granby dead on the scene. The passenger of the pickup has serious injuries and the driver of the tractor trailer was not injured. And now Doug joins us with the first look at the weather.
Well, it actually turned out to be a nice Tuesday for us today. We've had a nice stretch of pretty good weather over the past several days. It's warm. I mean, for this time of the year, we should be topping out at 75, 84, and 55, where the numbers record is 91, set back in 1963. We do have some clouds kind of streaming through. These are mid and upper level clouds. Nothing underneath them, but we do have this weak storm system, which is going to head toward us. Doesn't have a lot of moisture, but we can't rule out the chance that we could get a few random sprinkles or even a random shower early tomorrow morning. So here's 6:30 in the morning. You can see a few light little tiny showers trying to kind of press through the region. It's not a big deal, but we could use some rain. We're just not going to get much from that. Temperatures right now, we're sitting mainly mid to upper 60s. And I think by morning about 57, by noon 77, back into the 80s for highs. Some bigger changes right around the corner. We'll look at that here in just a bit.
Low-paid child care employees and waiting lists for the centers that are open. The lack of child care has been a growing problem for years. And KOAM's Carrie Worthen has more on this story.
This is my school family.
I believe that the issues we have with child care are systemic. They're much bigger issues.
Child care employees are one of the lowest paid employees in the United States.
They have to do with the fact that there's not a state or federal infrastructure to support child care like there is other educational buckets.
There are more children needing care than there are child care openings available. Even families who get subsidized for child care have nowhere to take their children. Monica Moran, director of Greenbush's Community Support Services, says there are a couple things that need to happen in order to get this issue addressed.
Number one, we have to address workforce issues. We have to pay people better, which means we have to charge families more. I also believe that we are simply going to have to see childcare as a piece of economic development.
Well, we are in the process of putting together a childcare center for the community. Been working on it for 3 years. The need in the community is tremendous.
The Sunshine Child Care Center in Pittsburgh will have a total of 42 spots available.
It is a piece of infrastructure for every community in Kansas, every community across the nation.
In Pittsburgh, Carrie Worthen, KOAM News.
The Sunshine Child Care Center is looking to open in February of 2023. A mother whose child goes to Chanute Elementary School is expressing her frustration on the way the school administration is handling her son's alleged bullying case. Stephanie Henderson, a mother of 2, says her son was bullied in school 3 times in 3 weeks, from September 8th to September 23rd. She says the bullies assaulted him, piled onto him, and kicked him in the groin, which led to him urinating blood.
As a parent, I am very upset, very frustrated and disappointed in the school system that they are not doing a better job to protect our children. One of my main concerns, since the school wants him to come back and they're not making any changes to protect my son, is I don't trust that they will.
Henderson says she's willing to press charges against the bullies. The Wyandotte Police Department is getting to know its community better. The department hosted its annual night out event. It was a block party with food, exhibitors' music, giveaways, and a chance for residents to get to know their first responders better.
Well, some people are leery of the police, and this gives them a chance to get to know them. So they're not, if something happens to them or something bad, they know that they can contact the cops, and it won't be as scary for them.
This is the 10th night out event hosted by Wyandotte Police. It happened at Heritage Acres Park. The Joplin Fire Department conducted a routine training today. The training consisted of 12 firefighters who ran different search and rescue drills, ventilation, and access training. Training Chief Cannon says training builds confidence.
The more confident we are in our skills and the faster we can get the job done, whether it's putting out the fire or rescuing somebody that's still stuck inside of a house, the better we are at our craft, the faster we are.
The department holds a routine training once a month. Coming up, the country mourns the loss of Loretta Lynn, and we'll hear from a local friend of Loretta about their friendship, plus how a new mammogram system will make things better for patients. The world of country music has lost a legend. Loretta Lynn, the coal miner's daughter, has passed away. Lynn's story is well known. She grew up in extreme poverty in Kentucky. Her sister Crystal Gale also became a famous singer. KOAM spoke to a local friend of Loretta, Jana J., who reminisces the time she spent with her. Jay credits Loretta for greatly impacting her career and connecting her with Country Music Hall of Fame member Buck Owens.
But Loretta, early on, when Buck Owens first hired me, I think she saved my career, actually. She was so sweet. I was sort of lamenting the fact I didn't know what to do about the electric blue violin that Buck wanted me to play on hee-haw. And I was such a purist, I thought, oh my gosh, that will ruin me entirely. But Loretta, so I was talking to Loretta about that because she had worked with Buck some and done shows with Buck. And she said, darling, you just do it Buck's way and you will be okay.
As a teenager, Loretta married Oliver Doolittle Lynn. The couple had 6 children together during their tumultuous marriage that lasted close to 50 years. Loretta Lynn was 90 years old when she passed. Women can have a little bit more control when getting their mammogram done at the Freeman Health Center in Joplin. In a celebration of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, KOAM Jana Haldala talked with a mammography technologist and the breast cancer survivor about the new system.
Starting at the age of 40, women should start getting mammograms. However, for some, they can be an unpleasant experience.
Number one reason patients don't come get mammograms is because they're afraid it's going to hurt or that the tech won't listen to what they're saying or their concerns.
According to Kelly, women may hear from others about the bad experiences or have those themselves. This may result to women not getting the needed yearly mammograms done.
She initially told me that she was really nervous about her exam because the last time she came for a mammogram at a facility, they were really rough on her and it hurt her a lot.
The new mammogram called Pristina is a 3D system. The system includes a Duetta remote that lets the woman getting the examination push the button to adjust the compression.
They can choose how hard they compress themselves, so when it hurts they can stop and they don't have to worry about the tech not listening to them. It gives them a little bit more control over their own exam.
A Joplin resident found a lump in her right breast in March, which turned out to be breast cancer. She had had negative mammograms before, but they were done a couple years earlier.
We're all get a little lazy in taking care of ourselves sometimes. I just didn't really feel like I needed one. If we could have found it, a year before I actually felt it, then maybe we could have done something less invasive or had a different choice on what to do.
Kelly says 1 in 8 women will get breast cancer. Cook encourages women to get checked yearly so possible cancer can be caught as early as possible.
It would be much easier to have a little bit of pain for a test than it would be to have a bilateral mastectomy and go through all of the surgeries and treatments and all of that.
In Joplin, Janna Hautala, KOAM News.
During the month of October, Freeman gives away free gifts for every patient that comes in as a thank you for coming in and taking care of themselves. The health system also has a free mammogram day coming up. It's the spookiest time of the year, and the Waco Schoolhouse haunt is here to help cement that fact. Located inside of an old schoolhouse built in 1934, the local haunt opened in 2013 by brothers Brian and Jason Wren. They say when the doors were pried open, it unveiled what time and locals didn't want anyone else to see. From a creepy shadow man standing in the windows of the old classroom to many other spooky sightings, Waco Schoolhouse haunt has something to scare everyone.
Everybody needs to come out, because even if you're scared to death, we'll make it comfortable for you and we'll make it enjoyable for you. And hopefully that way you're not scared of anybody else's haunt or anything that's in your backyard or looking through your window at night.
Waco Schoolhouse haunt opened on the 1st and will be open every Friday and Saturday until the 29th. A little later, Bass Pro issues a statement regarding concert frustrations after Garth Brooks' concert over the weekend.
Plus, temperatures kind of up and down over the next few days. We're going to talk about that here coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be a nice Tuesday for us today. We've actually had a really nice stretch of weather. It's been warm, fairly comfortable during the overnight hours. Of course, we do need rain. Those rain chances will start to peak up as we go through the next week or so. Nice shot, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, of course, Seneca, Missouri. If we look at this month so far, we've had 4 days, and all 4 have been above average, highs into the 80s. We're going to see that again the next couple days, and then we're going to get some changes in here as we head toward the weekend. Let's go outside. 69 in Anderson, 65 in Nevada, Chanutes at 67, Nowata at 64, 65 in Grove, Monette checking in at 61 degrees. And we do have a weak front right across central Kansas, and if you look behind the front, it's cooler, it's not cold. So it will drop our temp off by a few degrees as we go through the next few days. Tomorrow's still going to be warm ahead of that front, but we do have at least a stronger front which rolls in late in the week. 68 southerly winds, 5 to 10. Humidity is at 39%. You can see these mid and upper level clouds kind of streaming through over the past couple hours. Light showers once you get out across central Kansas. This system doesn't have a lot of moisture to work with, but you can see it extends from Texas all the way up to Minnesota. It's very weak. We're going to get some clouds, maybe a random shower, a couple sprinkles, and that should be it as we go into the daytime hours tomorrow. So let's go through time. Let's stop at 6 a.m. A lot of clouds, maybe a random shower, especially on the Kansas side. As we warm through the morning hours, we warm into the upper 70s. By noon, case in point, 76 Nevada, 78 in Grove, Parsons at 77. Still a random sprinkle, quick little shower. By the afternoon, partly sunny skies. Most of us will go into the mid-80s. We'll start 57 at 7, 77 by noon, 84 by 5 p.m. Southerly winds will be light, 5 to 10. Those winds will switch to the north behind the front tomorrow evening. Most of us warm, 84 in Fort Scott, Coffeyville 84, Bentonville 83, 84 in Stockton. By tomorrow night, the clouds will start to clear out. A little bit cooler. We drop back into lower 50s. Still warm on Thursday, but a little cooler. High temps 80 to about 82 or 83 degrees. Stronger front drops in Thursday night into Friday morning. So we drop near 50 by Friday morning. But as we go into Friday afternoon, highs only into lower 70s. So it's going to feel perfect Friday. High school football weather looks great. Saturday, another fantastic day, lower 70s. We'll start to get chances for some showers in here by the time we head into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week, which that is something we definitely need. 84, 85 tomorrow. Random sprinkle. 82 Thursday, only 70 on Friday. The weekend overall looks pretty good. A few showers on Sunday. Back into lower 80s on Monday and Tuesday. I think our best shot for rain is going to be late Tuesday with a cold front. So that drops us back down into the 70s the second half of next week. So overall, temperatures, we're trending more fallish.
Yeah, we're definitely getting
there.
The temps that we've been waiting for such a long time, but
Yeah.
our fingers are crossed Sunday through Tuesday.
We need a little bit of rain.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Doug. Bass Pro Shops is apologizing tonight to fans who had problems at a Garth Brooks concert near Branson, and they say things will be made right. Only a handful of shuttles are running while thousands of people waited for hours in a parking area. Bass Pro says an outside company was hired to pull off these concerts. ASM Global also has an agreement with FEMA. FEMA took most of the shuttles to help with the hurricane aftermath in Florida. A Bass Pro spokesperson says they suddenly lost most of their shuttles and had to scramble to find some on Friday. Garth Brooks took the stage later than scheduled.
He actually delayed starting until we got more people into the venue. So we will know exactly what time that ticket was scanned, and absolutely, if you were just there for the last song or something like that, absolutely, we want to make it right with people.
Is that your word?
Yes.
If you're looking to get a refund, you have to contact Ticketmaster. And a few fans today said they got a refund for their parking at the concert. Still ahead, Neosho softball gets a walk-off win on senior night. Plus, Webb City and Joplin square off to finish up their COC League schedule. Jacob Leonard joins us with that and more after the break.
This week is the final week of the regular season for Missouri High School softball. The Joplin Eagles are 21-9 overall this season, have just 2 games remaining before district tournaments begin next Tuesday. Now, the first of those 2 is tonight on the road against Webb City. The Cardinals sit at 500 coming into the evening. And it was all defense and pitching early. Bailey Ledford over there at third. Nice backhand throw to first for the out. Game scoreless after 1. Second inning, Jill McDaniel doing her thing in the circle. Strikeout ends the inning. We are still scoreless. Top 3 now. Eagles got a runner on third, 1 out, but look at Jensen Pickett. Perfect throw home. Liz Rooms makes the tag. Webb City out of the inning. Joplin, though, threatening again. Bases loaded in the 4th. Huge strikeout there for Lainey Taylor. Nobody scores in this one until the 6th inning. But it is Joplin winning a good one, 3-2. Elsewhere in the COC, senior night for the Neosho Wildcats. Wildcats host the Carthage Tigers tonight. That one lasted a while, man, but Neosho wins in 12 innings, 4-3 on an Autumn Kennard walk-off. Neosho is now 21-4 overall, and they've won 15 of their last 16 games. The Kansas City Chiefs are 3-1 in the first month of the NFL season. The Chiefs had a bounce-back game last week, beating the Buccaneers 41-31 after suffering their first loss to the Colts the week before. Now for Kansas City, right back in prime time again, hosting the Las Vegas Raiders on Monday night. Now, of course, that Buccaneers game, a lot of the focus on Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, and more specifically, some of the crazy plays Patrick Mahomes made, including that scramble and touchdown pass to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now here's Chiefs head coach Andy Reid on witnessing that one, and other wild plays really that Mahomes has made over the years.
I talked to the guys, but just like I mentioned last night, just don't take it for granted. I mean, that's not, these things are, they're special. Some of these things we're seeing from him. And so appreciate them, but it's, you know, it's unique. So enjoy every one of them, but it's not something that a lot of people have the advantage, that advantage of being a part of.
The Kansas City Royals are about to wrap up their season this week. The Royals have just 2 games remaining on their schedule against the Cleveland Guardians. Now tonight, it's Game 5 of the 6-game series. The 2 teams split the first 4. Nicky Lopez blooped to left. RBI single puts KC up 1-0. Bottom 5th, same score, Jose Ramirez hits it deep. Actually stays in the yard, but will score 2. RBI double gives Cleveland their first lead. Later on in the 5th, Owen Miller takes Daniel Lynch up and out, 2-run jack. 5 runs in the 5th tonight for the Guardians. They beat the Royals in this one 5-3. The St. Louis Cardinals, they've already earned their spot in the playoffs, but they still got 2 to go in the regular season. Tonight they beat the Pirates 8-7 in 10 innings. Albert Pujols goes 1 for 2 with a pair of RBIs. An RBI single from Juan Yepez in the top of the 12th was the difference in the games. Jalen. Pittsburgh State, Missouri Southern. I want to give you 10 seconds here real quick. Your reaction. You're a Missouri Southern guy. What was your view of that one?
As far as the game went, I truly thought it was going to be a lot closer.
Me too.
But Pitt came out to play, and they showed why they're ranked in the top 10. And so just excited to see their matchup against Northwest, and hopefully Southern can get back on track against Lincoln.
I'll be there for that Northwest game, no doubt.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's a look at sports. We'll be back with more after this. We take time now to honor a local veteran. Matthew Reynolds served in the U.S. Marine Corps in 2004. His hometown, Hume, Missouri. We're proud to salute Corporal Matthew Reynolds, a 4th-state hero. So we've had some cooler temps as of late. What else do you have for us?
Yeah, the overnights have been pretty comfortable, but during the day, of course, we heat up. 85 again tomorrow. Could get a random sprinkle, maybe a quick little shower, not a big deal. 82 Thursday. But look at Friday, 70. So this means high school Friday night football will be sitting 50s to lower 60s.
And Len,
That's
you ready?
That's so nice. I've been waiting for that for a while. Also, right here tomorrow night, we're going to hear from the Missouri Southern Lions on Saturday's homecoming game against Lincoln right here tomorrow night.
All right, sounds good. Thanks you for watching. We'll see you here tomorrow. Let's make it a great evening.